Here we are, my beloved. There is so much yet to be seen, but I assure you, you'll understand in due time. I hope you enjoy it. I didn't want it to be too predictable, so I thought we would go do things that every true lover should do. This is the first of several destinations on the list, but I hope you'll humor me with drawing on this one first. I figured before anything else, we should go to the ambitious place. To the place where they say it all began. So, I hope you don't mind China. It's a place that I have never really been more than once in my life. It's fascinatingly large, and I thought we would go on a sort of food tour of it. You see, I've always loved Szechuan-style cuisine, though I've never been very good at handling the spice of it. The flavors, I think they use peppers quite interestingly. So, won't you join me on visiting a dear friend of mine? He has many Michelin stars, and we're going to have a dish with lamb sauce, and yes, he wouldn't tell me what the rest of the meal would be. It's all right. While he can be somewhat of a hothead, he's a good man. Ah, here we are. What a lovely place, isn't it? All the more lovely with your company. I will make this a lovely vacation for us. So please, sit down, relax, and enjoy the serene. Enjoy the relaxation, and as your fiancé, I hope you'll enjoy my heart. That we can talk about things. In fact, I had an idea. Would you like to play a game with me while we wait for the food to finish? All right. There's this game I very much love that's called Would You Rather. Now, don't get the wrong idea. I realize it can have startling implications, but I mean in terms of silly things, in terms of more innocent subjects. So allow me to go first to give you an example. Would you rather have to stay in a room that was completely dark for a year? Or would you rather go 10 years without your favorite food? Interesting choice. I think I'd have to go with the latter, as much as I would miss my favorite dish. The first one is just a bit too intense for me. It would be like solitary confinement, something I've never done very well with, considering my childhood. So pardon me. Your turn. An interesting take on it. I'll give you that. I suppose I would rather take having ducks for toes. I don't think I could handle that box of flamingos. I'm not too... I don't know how to say this, but Flamingos kind of unease me. Surely, I'm not afraid of them, but they're a bit intimidating. Ah, I see. Look, the food's here. It is such a clever game for passing time. And who better to play it with than you? Though I'd like to ask you another question later. You, my dear, have some imagination with those ducks. Do you fancy yourself an artist? I see. Well, not all forms of art are with a paintbrush and canvas, so it depends. I rather like using my quirk in practice to make sculptures. You see, the heat can be used to sculpt it in ways that a chisel cannot, as well as the ice itself, forming it into something beautiful from the start, like a flower. See, look, like this. For you, my love. I realize it's a crude impersonation of a rose, but I tried my very best for you. Ah, here we are. Would you like some more lamb sauce with that? Wait. Where's the lamb sauce? Oh, here it is. That was clumsy of me. I didn't think it would be under the metal dome. For some reason, I thought it would be on the side. Sometimes the pesky little things can confuse me. So I thank you for your patience. Ah, now, my love. Shall we be off to our next destination? I thought it only fair that we travel in the utmost style, so I hope you don't mind the old-fashioned ways of horse and carriage. I realize I'm no prince, but I wish to treat you as my precious royalty. So please, let us go. You see, it would normally be your average horse and carriage, but the particular owner of this one has a nice quirk. You see, she can open temporal rifts and will take us to the next destination, if you will. No more cars or planes. I thought you might grow sick of them. So I figured, let's change things up a bit. Here we are. This is London, England. I hope you don't mind. The temperature difference is quite a bit, so I prepared you this coat. It's warm and fluffy, so be sure you bundle up, and if you need more, huddle next to my left side. I'll keep you warm no matter what. So, what is it you want? Deep down, are there any goals that you were never sure of before, but when you look at me, they're all the more clear? Is that a strange thing to ask? I wonder. So here we are. I brought you to England to have a cup of tea at another good friend of mine's tea shop. You see, his friend is quite well known in Japan. And well, we're on good terms. We write now and then. Is that too old-fashioned? I know most people don't write these days, but it's so hard to keep track of, especially those who didn't grow up around electronics. I like to be courteous towards them. And something about writing to someone in England, doesn't it sound fun? Or at least that's what I thought. Putting that aside for a moment, shall we go? The tea shop's beautiful, and from the second story, you can see Big Ben and most of London. I assure you, we will have a wonderful time here. See, I told you you'd love this place. The snacks are simply amazing. Perhaps there's been so much food today that you would like something else. Perhaps a different kind of fun. Pardon. I am still learning in terms of how a date should go. But would you like to come with me to the museum? There's quite a large one near here, where you can see some quite memorable things. Please follow me. So much to do, and so little time to do it. Though I fear time is not really our constraint, at least for the moment, my dear fiancé. Here we are. The wonders of modern art mixing with ancient. It's quite a blend worthy of breathtaking sights. Art is something of a guilty pleasure of mine. I have enjoyed the arts for as long as I can remember, though I've never been particularly well suited to them, given most of my time has been dedicated to hero training and the sort. So, do you like London, or would you prefer we go back to Japan? I hope I'm not overdoing the date. I just wanted it to be memorable to you. I wanted you to feel inspired. And lately I've noticed your eyes, behind them. It seems as though something is bothering you. Do not hesitate to tell me. Trust me, you never have to say if you do not wish. But I want to help if I can. I am your fiancé, and I hope you'll trust in me as I trust in you. Just because of my past doesn't mean I can't handle strife now. I have overcome my past. All of the problems from then are mere scars compared to now. I believe you can do the same. So won't you join me? Join me in casting off the past for a more beautiful present. I also look to the future with you. I can imagine doing so many things. And being in the fortune that we are, we may very well get to do each one. Would you like to see the tallest mountain in the world? Perhaps scuba dive in the great blue spot on the ocean? Or maybe go skydiving or the sort? I have so many things I'd enjoy doing with you. Though I'll be honest, most of the reason why I take you to so many different places is that I'm afraid my misunderstanding of what a good date is will inhibit me or make it forgettable. Now that you're my fiancé more than ever, I wish to impress you. I want to see that glimmer in your eye. and chase away all the bad. So I figured if I took you on such an extravagant date, whatever was bothering you from before would go away, would melt like chocolate and fondue. So, with all that said, did it help? Perhaps it's a bit uncouth of me to ask directly, but I want to hear from your lips. Is this where you wanted to go? Is there someplace else? I see. Well, in any case, I'm glad you liked it. It was quite the adventure we had today. And I can't wait for tonight. We can go to so many different places. But I think, for now, we should return to home. I can't wait to see you by the fireside. It is so romantic, seeing your features lit by the fire's flame. Your eyes glisten so much, and your heart, it's so beautiful. I hope you'll humor me in maybe a more normal date next time. Also, I can't have you escaping without one of these. I love you, and I hope it shows. There's not another person in this world who I'd rather spend so much time with. These precious free moments, in between jobs or important duties, they are what make life worth it to me. And I hope they resonate with your heart just as much. And that whatever bothers you, you'll be able to muster the courage to say so. It is oh so difficult understanding where boundaries should be and where they should not. So would you mind helping me understand where and what is appropriate? Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And I can't wait for what tomorrow brings. Shall we head back to the carriage, my love? I love that smile on you. It makes me want to kiss you again, so I think I will. Pardon me, perhaps one more. No, that wasn't quite enough. No, I think we can go for just a few more. Still, I think it's lacking, don't you? Why don't we try just a bit more? No, I assure you, I'm just trying to perfect my technique. You are aiding me so very much. Trust me, my love, there's no ulterior motives or anything. You can believe me. Can't you? Well, too bad. I assure you, tomorrow will be our day.